Hello, Math 1 Focus Kids. For week of April 27th, this is going to be the last one here. Again, we're in Unit 3, algebraic expressions, writing them, simplifying them, and evaluating them. So here, this is going to be on evaluating. I'm going to switch around. So evaluating means just getting the answer. And you can't get the answer unless you know what the values for the variables are. Okay, so you want to, first thing you do is copy. So go ahead and copy this down. And if you know what to do, just hit pause and do it. So I encourage you to hit pause and do this. Hopefully a lot of you already know what to do. This is review. We're reviewing here. Remember this, when a number is next to a letter, that's called a coefficient, and that means times, doesn't it? So the second thing you do after you copy is you substitute. And this is 3 times, I used a big dot, 8 plus 7 times big dot 3 and then minus 10. So I copy, I substitute, and if you want to use parentheses instead of the big dot, that's okay. And now just order of operations. Well, I'm going to do my multiplying. This is 24 and this is 21. And then I'm just going to go left to right with my adding. These add up to 45 minus 10, and 45 minus 10 is 35. There's your answer. So evaluating means get the value for the algebraic expression, and you can't unless you know what the values for each of the variables are, right? Otherwise, you're just trying to simplify, which we did on the last video. But here, we're evaluating to get the answer. So here's an algebraic expression. And here's your values for your variables. So hit pause, go ahead and copy and hit pause and go. I'm going to get started here. This is 4 times 5 times 10 minus 3 times 5 plus 10 squared. So if you remember from order of operations, I'm going to bring down my minus and my plus. I'm going to get this answer, get this answer, get this answer. You can multiply left to right here, or in any order. Anyways, 20 times 10 this is 200, and that's going to be 15. And 10 squared is 100. And so that's going to be 185. Plus 100 adds up to 285 that's my answer. Right? Number 3. So I just cut it into, anyways, 10 sections here. I'm going to actually use 2 sections on these last ones here. So here, copy. This is 5 parentheses 2a minus m. And your value a is 6 and m is 4, so hit pause and do it. I'm going to go. This is 2 times 6 minus 4. And now, order of operation, you do the parentheses first. Are you going to multiply or subtract? Well, you're going to multiply first. That's 12 minus 4. And then you're going to get your answer. So this is just going to be 5 times 8, and you could have 5 parentheses 8. When a number is next to a parentheses, that means times. So your answer ends up being 8 inside there. 5 times 8 is 40. I always just have my answer at the bottom, V for victory. You just end up with a V there. Number 4. Try. Copy a to the second, a squared plus m to the third, or m cubed plus 2am. And here's your values for your variables. So hit pause and go. I'm going to get started. This is 5 squared plus 3 to the third plus 2 times 5 times 3. So again, I'm going to get my answer, get my answer, get my answer. I'm going to bring down my pluses. This just means 5 times 5. This means 3 times 3 times 3. And 9 times 3 is 27. And 10 times 3 is 30. And so 52 plus 30 is 82. There's my answer. All right, hope you got that. All right, number 5, so copy 6am minus m squared plus a squared. A is 3 and m is 5. So hit pause and go. So I'm going to get started. 6 times 3 times 5 minus 5 squared plus 3 squared. I like bringing down my minuses and my pluses. I'm going to get this answer, get this answer, get this answer. You can multiply in any order. This is 18 times 5. I think it's easier if you just go, what's 30 times 3? 5 times 6 is 30. 30 times 3 is 90. Anyways, you get 90 for that first term. This means not 5 times 2, it means 5 times 5, which is 25. And this means not 3 times 2, it means 3 times 3, which is 9. And here I'll just go left to right. 90 minus 25 is, that's 74. No, that's, sorry. Well, that's 65. I got clear ahead of myself there. 90 minus 25 is 65, plus 9 is 74, is your answer. I was thinking too far ahead there. All right, number 5. So 4 times a squared plus 3 times m squared. So you gotta kind of keep track of that here. A is 2 and m is 5. So away you go. Copy and go. Hit pause. So on this one, you have to go 4 times 2 first. 4 times 2 is 8. And you get 8 squared. And over here, this is 3 times. 5 times 5 is 25. So you have to do your, here you have to do your parentheses first, and here you have to do your power first. Now you're going to do your power. 8 squared is 8 times 8, so you get 64. And 3/4 is 75 cents. You just add that up, and that's going to be 139. Is your answer. If you run out of room, stick it over here. All right, now this time I'm going to ask you to take it up a notch. We're going to do skills from last one. I want you to simplify first, then evaluate. So simplify first like we did on the last handout. All right, so copy and distribute and combine like terms, simplify first. When you're all done, then you're going to plug in. So hit pause and go. If you don't know, watch. Anyways, I'm going to multiply both of those. You get 12a plus 6m. And then I'm going to multiply both of these by 6. And I get plus 48a plus 24m. So they're already distributed. And now I'm going to combine like terms. 12a and 48a is 60a. And 6m and 24m is 30m. So I'm done simplifying. And now I'm going to now evaluate. A is 7 and m is 8. I don't want to plug in a, you know, I want to simplify first, then evaluate where I just plug it in once. So this is 60 times 7 plus 30 times 8, if you want to use parentheses or the big dot for times. So 6 times 7 is 42, so this is going to be 420. 8 times 3 is 24, so that's 240. And if you stack those up, you get 660 is your answer. All right, so last one here. I'd like you to copy and try. Just hit pause and go. You know what to do. So hit pause and try it. I'm going to get going here. There's 14a plus 21c plus 35. And I'm going to multiply each of these. And that's 6a plus 10c minus 12. I've distributed. Now I'm going to combine like terms, alphabetical. 14a plus 6a is 20a. 21c plus 10c is 31c. And 35 minus 12 is 23. So I'm done simplifying. And now I'm going to, let's say this is not M, this is C, sorry. Let's change that to C. Let's say A is 6 and C is 2. So now evaluate. So 20 times, 6, big dot, plus 31 times 2, plus 23. I like bringing down my pluses. The last thing you do is add or subtract. Get this answer, nothing to do there. There's 120, there's 62, and here comes my 23 just dropping down. Well, that adds up to 182. Plus 23 is 205. And there's my answer here. I'll write it down. Here's 182 and 23. Just line them up. Here's 5, 10, carry the 1, 2, 1 up. So hopefully you did well. So more work, you can do IXL. That's actually available for everybody now. You can Excel in Pearson in your Chromebook. Go to ClassLink and find Pearson. You can do Excel in Chapter 3. Do extra practice there. And you can do IXL and find that in ClassLinks also and do extra practice. Look for these kind of problems to do for extra practice. Hope you're doing great, guys. Miss you. Bye. And email me. Tell me how you're doing. Email with your questions or your comments. Oh, and submit your work. Turn it in Classroom, Google Classroom. Submit your work with a copy of your work so I can see that you're doing stuff. So make sure you're turning your work in, okay?